The mountain air was still. Pine needles rested on the ground without sound. A lone samurai knelt beside a narrow stream as dawn thinned the darkness. His armor lay behind him. He had removed it piece by piece, not from weakness, but from respect. Water moved over stone with patience. He washed his hands slowly, and his face then sat without moving. His breath settled. His eyes stayed open. He was not preparing for battle. He was preparing to meet himself. Years earlier, this same man had chased victory. He measured his worth by duels won and names remembered. His body grew strong, yet his mind fractured. Anger stayed with him. Fear visited him at night. One winter, after a needless fight, he walked away from his clan and into the mountains. There, an old monk offered no advice. Only silence. Days passed, then weeks. Each morning began the same way. Clean water, simple food, careful movement. Long pauses. The samurai felt something unfamiliar returning. Stability, not strength. Not pride. Balance. He learned that survival was not only about skill with the sword. It was about how one treated the inner world. Without care, the mind splinters. With care, it settles. The habits were small, almost invisible, yet they changed everything. This truth did not remain in the mountains. It followed him back into the world. Today, life moves faster. Noise replaces silence. Pressure replaces patience. Yet the same instability lives beneath modern surfaces. The same restlessness. The same quiet exhaustion. The old practices still apply. They ask less than people expect. They give more than people imagine. At the center of these practices is a principle called zanshin. It means remaining awareness, not tension, not alert fear. It is the calm state of attention that continues before and after action. The samurai did not sharpen his mind only for combat. He kept awareness while walking, eating, resting. Zanshin is not about doing more. It is about staying present without strain. Inner stability grows when awareness becomes gentle and constant. The first habit was care for the body through simple ritual. The samurai washed at the same time each morning. He ate plain meals. He slept when night arrived. This was not discipline for performance. It was respect for the body as a living system. In modern life, this appears as someone who protects their sleep. They eat at regular hours. They drink water before reaching exhaustion. They do not optimize. They stabilize. The nervous system responds with calm. The mind follows. The second habit was controlled breathing during stillness. The samurai sat daily, not to empty his mind, only to watch his breath without interference. Inhale, exhale, no correction, no judgment. Over time, the breath slowed on its own. Thoughts softened. Today, this looks like someone who pauses before reacting. A worker who closes their eyes for 2 minutes between meetings. A parent who breathes before answering a child. Stability begins when breath leads the moment. The third habit was movement without excess. The samurai trained every day, yet he stopped before fatigue turned sharp. He walked long distances at an even pace. He stretched without forcing range. Movement was meant to circulate energy, not drain it. In modern terms, this is someone who exercises to feel grounded, not punished. A walk after dinner. Light strength work without obsession. Consistency over intensity. The body becomes a place of safety. The fourth habit was intentional solitude, not isolation. Chosen quiet. The samurai spent hours alone without distraction. No conversation, no tasks, only presence. Solitude was not escape. It was maintenance. Today this appears as someone who turns off devices for part of the day. They sit without input, no scrolling, no background noise, just space. The mind resets when it is not constantly fed. The fifth habit was acceptance of imperfection. The samurai did not seek flawless days. He noticed weather, hunger, fatigue. He adjusted without resentment. This reflects another deep Japanese understanding that life contains unevenness. Stability does not come from control. It comes from adaptation. In modern life, this is someone who forgives an unproductive day. They return the next day without self-punishment. Progress continues because the inner system remains intact. Each of these habits connects back to zanshin, awareness that does not collapse when conditions shift. The samurai learned that inner stability is not built during crisis. It is built during ordinary moments. The way water is poured, the way shoes are removed, the way the day ends. Consider a modern example. A young professional feels constant pressure. Deadlines stack, sleep shortens, anxiety builds. Instead of seeking escape, they begin with one habit: regular meals. Within weeks, energy stabilizes. Then they add breathing pauses. Reactions soften. Over months, they protect solitude. The nervous system recalibrates. Nothing dramatic changes. Yet everything feels steadier. Another example. A student struggles with self-doubt. They overwork. Burnout follows. They shift focus from output to rhythm. Fixed sleep. Gentle movement. Awareness during study breaks. Mistakes stop feeling fatal. Learning improves because the inner ground is stable. Zenshin teaches that attention should not spike and crash. It should remain even, like a flame protected from wind. These habits protect that flame, not by force, by care. The samurai eventually returned to society. He carried no rank, no title. Yet people noticed his presence. He listened fully. He spoke simply. Conflict rarely reached him. When it did, he responded without haste. His stability influenced others without effort. This is the quiet power of self-care in the Japanese sense. It is not indulgence. It is maintenance of awareness. Without it, skill degrades. With it, even ordinary actions gain clarity. You live in a different era. The demands differ. The inner mechanisms do not. Your stability depends on small daily decisions. How you breathe, how you rest, how you move, how you allow space, how you treat imperfection. These habits do not promise happiness. They offer something deeper, grounded presence. When the inner world stabilizes, the outer world becomes manageable. You are not meant to endure life through tension. You are meant to meet it through awareness. The person who practices these habits does not chase balance. They become balanced through repetition. Inner stability is not a trait, it is a practice. Remain aware, remain gentle, remain steady,